Now when it comes to camera mapping, one of the first things we need to do is actually solve the camera to find out what the actual focal length is required and to input into Maya so we can match the perspective exactly. Now with most modern digital cameras, this is quite easy to find. So if you open an image in Photoshop, go to File, File Info, it will provide the information required. So currently the focal length was 26mm, but when it's provided in a 35mm lens, the actual resulting number is 39mm. So this is the actual number which will be required in Photoshop. I mean inside Maya. So the difference between the two numbers is that this Nikon D3200 is not a full frame camera, and most low-end digital cameras are not full frame, so this is a cropped sensor, and this is why we have to figure out what the difference is. Now in this case the file is the actual information is being provided to us via Photoshop, but if you have an older camera or you find an image offline where this isn't available, there's still a ways and means to actually discover this information. Now if this information isn't available, one of the easiest ways to calculate it is by going to just your browser and typing in the style of camera, which mine is a Nikon D3200 and sensor size format. Now a link like this will take you to Wikipedia, where there's quite a lot of useful information that can be recovered. So select this option and then type in sensor size, and this will bring you to image sensor format. Now I know that my camera is a Nikon and the actual lens is a Nikon DX, so all I have to do is going to go along till I find the crop factor, and this is the difference between a lower end digital camera and a more expensive one. So this is where it'll be cropped rather than a full frame, and this is the reason we need to calculate it, because it's not really 35mm. So look at the Nikon DX, go across to the crop factor at the end, and it's 1.52 to 1.54. So if we round it down, it's 1.5. So what we need to do is times the crop factor by the focal length that's already been provided in Photoshop. So if we minimize this, we know that it was 26, because that was provided by the image, times 1.5, which was the crop format, equals 39. And this is the result that's actually calculated in Photoshop from the image. Now this will be dependent entirely on the kind of camera lens that's provided, but in this instance just using the format of the camera, finding the image size, and then multiplying it by the focal length of the shot gives the correct focal field of view inside of Maya.